BPP Publications, Asia's largest publisher of technology books from past 63 years, are pleased to present a webinar on introduction to Scratch programming. So basically, we will understand like what all you can do with Scratch, the elements of Scratch, introduction of blocks, and how animated programs can be created. So it's a great honor and pleasure to invite the speaker of the day, Ms. Pinky Gupta. Ms. Pinky is currently working as PGT HOD Computer Science in Maxford School, Rohini. She has a teaching experience of more than 13 years to class 11th and 12th students. Pinky ji has also authored textbook of C++ for 11th and 12th students. She's also conducting various workshops for teachers and students, not only related to the curriculum, but also train them about various Google apps such as Google Forms, Google Spreadsheets, documents, and many more things. So we welcome Pinky ji.
Thank you, Survi. Yeah. Thank you, Survi. Thank you so much.
So please start the session.
Yes.
And please share your knowledge with our participants.
Right. Good evening and very warm welcome all of you who are presenting here and you are giving me their valuable time. I extend my gratitude to Mr. Manish Jain, CEO of BPP Publication, and his team members who have given me this opportunity. So today's webinar is on the topic Scratch programming. I am going to share the screen. Subhi ma'am, please give me the rights.
Yes. Let me just stop presenting my screen.
Thank you, Subhi.
Please try now.
Yeah. Just a moment. Yes, audience. Yes, dear teachers and all other participants. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, it is visible. Yes,
Thank
please.
You. Computer languages like C, C++, Java programming language, C#, and so on. So, today's agenda of the presentation is what is actually the Scratch programming, what all you can do with Scratch, interface of Scratch window, elements or components of Scratch, which is a basic necessity of making the script in the Scratch programming, introduction to various blocks, and how can you make a simple program by using these blocks. So let us first start with the Scratch programming. It is actually a block-based visual programming language, which provides you the GUI interface, that is graphical user interface. And by Scratch programming, it is you can create some animated figures, interactive stories, you can create games, you can create the mathematical figures like square, triangle, rectangle, pyramid, hexagon, and so on. As you have, maybe some of you have read the Visual Basic Programming, which was earlier we were used, and that was also pure the graphical user interface along with some core-based programming. Whatever we have done in the core-based programming is that we have to learn each and every syntax for typing the code. But in Scratch programming, by using the blocks, you just have to drag and drop the blocks on the script area and you can run the script. For example, some of the mathematical figures you can draw is square, triangle, colorful circle, hexagon, etc. Actually, Scratch programming is basically loved by small kids because it is pure the animated one, where the students do not have to write the entire or type the entire code, and they can create various animated stories. For example, this is the example of the animated picture where you can see that one image is changing its direction from one area to the another. Now let's see why Scratch is different from any other language such as C, C++, etc. So these are the basic points. Because Scratch does not require any syntax, it provides blocks for commands instead of typing them. You can create even your own blocks Not exactly or not mandatory that you have to use the commands written inside the blocks which are provided already by the Scratch interface. You can create your own blocks as per the necessity of a program. Then you can perform various mathematical, relational, and logical calculations just by using these blocks instead of typing commands. As you do the various computations or calculate various arithmetic expressions in various other languages by using the operators or the symbols, you can also do this in Scratch programming. Now, different versions of Scratch are version 1.0 to version 1.4. These are the older versions. Version 2.0 is again the older version. And the latest version is 3.0, which you can download freely from the network. Now you can install the Scratch by providing this URL on your browser. That is https://scratch.mit.edu download. Once you write this URL on your browser, a window will open on your screen and you can directly click on the download button and your setup will be installed. And from there you can run the exe file. And the Scratch offline desktop application will be installed on your system. But yes, two important points are here. Every Scratch project is saved with extension .sv3 in version 3.0. And it can be installed on Mac operating system 10.13 or on later versions, and Windows 10 or on later versions. Am I audible to everyone now, dear audience?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Now this is the Scratch interface. This is a simple screenshot of the Scratch interface where there is a menu bar, block palette, script area, green flag, red flag, sprite, stage, sprite information pane. Now, sprite is, these are the images actually on the Scratch computer program screen, which do some work when any event take place. And every Scratch program is made up of these sprites. Not necessary that you can use only one sprite. You can use multiple sprites by selecting the sprites from the sprite area button. Then sprite pane, it allows to quickly switch sprites. This is the sprite pane, where you can change the sprites and view the different scripts, each sprite that contains. Green flag is meant for executing or start the script, and red flag is meant for stopping the script. As you execute the program, exe files in other programs, in the same way there are green flag buttons and red flag buttons. Then there is a script area. This is the entire script area where you can select any block from this block palette as per the requirement of the program and drag it on the script area. This is, yes, the block palette, and there are several blocks: motion block, looks block, sound blocks, and so on. And then sprite information pane shows you the name of the sprite. And X and Y are the coordinates where the sprite is placed on the stage area. This is the entire explanation of those components, that is a sprite, sprite pane, green flag, red flag, script area, block palette, sprite information pane. Then yes, no Scratch program is complete without using the blocks. So one should know what are the blocks actually. The blocks are used to give commands or to write the code in Scratch. As I already told you, that there is no need to remember the syntax of any command where you have to type the command. Instead, we have to use the blocks there. And blocks are in itself the commands. Whenever you drag any block and place it on the script area, it triggers some event and executes the program. So there are several categories of blocks which are in color, and we can differentiate them from each other. These are placed on script area simply by selecting and dragging them on the script area. For example, there are several categories of blocks. This is an event block that triggers some action. Now, triggers means what? Event is a sign actually, it is a signal to a program that indicates something has happened, and it is also known as hat block. For example, when you click the mouse left button or when you click the mouse right button, so it triggers some event. And according to that event, some action should take place. So those actions are in the terms of commands itself, which are stored in the blocks. Then there is a motion block that moves a sprite, that controls the position of the sprite. Then looks block that changes the costume or the color of the sprite. Sound block that plays some background instrument which are already inbuilt, or play some song which you can also upload there in the Scratch interface. Then pen block, which is specially meant for drawing the lines on the stage, and various mathematical figures can be drawn by using these pen blocks. Then control block, where the sprite can make decisions. Okay, wait, when you have to start, then answering the blocks. So those are the commands, comes under the category of control block. Then sensing block. See, hear, touch, and touch objects are there in sensing block. Operator blocks that are used for various mathematical operations. Variable block where you can create your own variables that allocate some space in the memory, and you can provide the values to a specific variable. Now let's see what all commands come under these blocks. First is the event block, and these are in orange color shade. Now events are when clicked. It means that when you click on the green button, it is a signal to the script what all actions should be triggered here. Then when space key is pressed, that means instead of clicking the flag button, you can also generate an event as when space key pressed. Then when this sprite clicked, when backdrop switches to backdrop 1, now one should know what is backdrop. Backdrop here means the stage, the shape of the stage, or if you want to make a stage very attractive, that you can select the backdrop from the Scratch interface only. Then when loudness is greater than 10, when I receive messages, these are the broadcast messages when you are using more than one sprite. So if, let us suppose there are two sprites A and B, and A is sending some message to B and B is receiving some message from A, then it is known as broadcasting the message. Then motion block. We will do some programs related to all these blocks, but yes, definitely we should know about these blocks first. Next is a motion block, and these are in blue color. Now motion block, what does motion block is, it deals with the movement of sprites. Turn 10 steps, however, you can change these steps, change these degrees as per you. Move 10 steps. Let us suppose I want to change, I want to move the sprite's location towards the negative side. So I can also set here move minus 10 steps, minus 100 steps, and so on. Then go to random position, go to X and Y coordinates, specific X and Y coordinates. Then gliding commands are there, point in a particular direction. Then point towards mouse pointer and towards other direction. Then change by X, that means कि you are changing the coordinate of X, you are setting the coordinate of X and Y. So these commands are under the motion block. Then yes, of course, one should know the XY plane. Actually, when you are using the motion blocks or any other block, then you should know where the sprite is changing its position, to which direction, up to what extent of the degree. Now the entire stage is divided into XY plane. Now this is a positive X-axis, this is negative X-axis. Similarly, this is positive Y-axis and this is negative X-axis. When you set the coordinate of a sprite as X0 and Y0, it always places the sprite to the center of the screen. So most of the time what we do is when we are making any script, At the initial stage, we always set the sprite position to x and y coordinates at 0 and 0 respectively. But in the same way, you can also change the coordinates of x and y. Now, lower right corner shows the coordinates of mouse pointer. When you are moving the mouse over the stage area, it shows your x and y coordinates. Then x position, y position, current location of a sprite. When I have showed you that interface, so it is showing you x position and y position, if you remember. It shows the current location of a sprite. Once you are setting the coordinates of x and y, so it shows you x position and y position. Similarly, when you are moving 10 steps, that means it moves the sprite 10 steps forward or in a forward direction. And when you are setting move minus 10 steps, then it moves the sprite into the negative direction. That means towards negative x-axis. Now, one should also know the directions in Scratch as you are seeing here. Now, this entire circle is of 360 degrees. When you are turning the sprite, it sets the degrees up to which degree you are turning the sprite. So direction in Scratch are divided into 360 units called degrees, and the default value is 90, as I have shown you in the previous slide. When sprites are first created, they are set to point towards 90 degrees at this location. Every time when you start a new project in a Scratch, it shows you the sprite at 90 degrees. And when you are changing the degrees of the sprite, so it changes in this way, like this. So that means when you are changing the degree of a sprite as minus 90, so it turns anti-clockwise. In the same way, when you are changing the sprite degree at 30 degrees, it changes the sprite clockwise, like this. For example, this is a simple video of changing the direction, where it is showing that when I change the direction 90, it is also showing you here the circle. Then 180 degree, it turns clockwise. Then minus 90, again it turns clockwise. Then again 90 degree, and it turns clockwise. In the same, when I will set here direction minus 90 immediately from this effect, then it turns in the clockwise direction. So this you have to set by using the motion block. So let's see one program where motion block and event block is there. These are the blocks, motion blocks, and I have used some event blocks here as well. I am showing you how the program can be created.
Ma'am, your screen sharing is stopped.
I am actually showing one more screen. I am showing you one more screen. Wait just a moment. Now it is it visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just a moment. Now see, I have used this script by using the various blocks. When I click on the green flag button, you can see here how the sprite is moving here. It first moves 10 steps forward, then it waits for 1 second, then it turns 100 degrees anti-clockwise. Then again it waits for 2 seconds. Then it moves 50 steps forward and then glide 1 second to x and y coordinates. Now here I have set the coordinates 0 and 0. And you can see here that the sprite is fixed at the location 0 and 0. When I again start clicking on the green button, you can see here how the entire script is working. And how you have done this, first I have take the command from control block by clicking on the control button. And you can take the block command from here. Sorry, first you have to take the command from event block and then move 10 steps. I have taken the motion block. Then I have taken the control block where I put the command for wait 1 second. Then turn 100 degrees. You can take the command from motion block and set here as 100 degrees. Then wait for 2 seconds. Again, I have taken the command from control block. Wait for 2 seconds. Then again move 50 steps. That is a motion block. And then glide 1 second to X and Y coordinates. However, you can change the coordinates of X and Y. For example, I am changing now 10 and 10. And I am removing this block from here. Now I am clicking on the green button. You can see. Now it is gliding towards the X and Y coordinates with a position 10 and 10. So in this way, you can create your own script by just selecting the block from selecting the command from various blocks and dragging them onto the script area. So in this way, you can create your animated stories as well. Here in this project, there is only one sprite, but you can make or you can select more than one sprite by clicking on this button. You can choose a sprite from here. And it provides you, see here, number of sprites are there. Sprites are nothing but the small images. For example, all images are here, animals images are here, people, fantasy, dance, music, sports images, food images, fashion images, letters images, and so on. So in this way, you can select any kind of your own choice of sprite and put it here on the stage area. Select the block commands from here and drag on the script area and you can run the project. So this is how we can create the project by using the blocks. Just a moment. Now coming back to the presentation. Now this is a program using motion and event block which I have shown you. Now next is, this is a video for that project. Now looks block. Now looks blocks are in the purple color and the commands under this category are say hello for 2 seconds. However, you can change the text for all these commands. Think commands, then switch costume to. Costume 2 means what? Actually, with each sprite, there are various variations of these sprites in the sense they're in their motions. So you can set their costumes. Then switch backdrop to. You can change the stage. As you have seen in the previous slide, there was a stage. Green color, the entire green color path is showing there. You can also change the backdrop to castle area, to space, and to park or to some huts. So these types of backdrops are already present in the Scratch program. The size of the sprite, you can change the color of the sprite. So looks blocks are used for controlling size of a sprite and these are used for creating the animated effects. Now this is a simple script written by using the looks, motion, and event block, where I have chose when green button clicked, then I have used the looks block here. Then again it is the control block. Then here the motion block. Then it is again the looks block. See this. When I am clicking on the green button, Now, this is a type of costume. You have seen that how the movement of the sprite changes. First, it has some different shape, and after that, when it is after switch costume to ballerina D, it has changed her costume. This is a looks block. Then the control block is here, where you can control the task or by using the various control structures. As you use the control structures, if else conditions, or the for loops, while loops, repeat loops, and these kinds of looping structures in various programming languages. In the same way, the Scratch also provides you the various control structures. For example, repeat block, forever block, if conditions. That means you can set some conditions in your script as well. For example, if you want to check if the value of A is greater than the value of B, then do this task or that task. So these type of control structures are also provided by the Scratch software, where you do not have to type the command. Again, I am telling you just have to select the control or block and just you have to drag it on the screen. Then there is a sound block also. Sound block refers for the playing the sound, or you can change the volume of it. Once you select the sound, you can change the volume of a sound, and you can also set the type of the sound. And these are shown in the light purple color in your Scratch window. For example, play sound. By default, it is meow type sound is set. However, you can change it. Then start sound. Stop all sounds. Change pitch effect by 10. Set pitch effect to 100. Clear sound effects. Change volume by. Set volume to 100%. These are the commands which come under the sound block. Next is the pen block. Yes, it is very good block because it helps in creating the mathematical figures. And these are in the green color always. The commands under this category are erase all. That means it erases all types of graphics from your screen. Then stamping, it puts the pen on the screen, pen down, pen up, set pen color to. Then you can also change the pen color by the specific amount of type, for example, 10 width, or that means that you can change the color variations of the pen. Then set pen color to, change pen size by, set pen size to. These are actually again used for creating the animated games or mathematical figures. Now this is a simple tutorial for the sound and the motion block itself. Now you can see this video. I have used two sprites here. One is ballerina and second one is Cassie. And the third is the drum. Drum sprite is also there. So let's see how we have created the scripts for these three sprites. In fact, because screen is showing only one script written for the first sprite. But in fact, there are three different scripts written for three different sprites. Let me share with that screen with you. I'm opening that particular project. Just a moment. Just a moment, please. Yeah, this is a project which I have created for showing you how the sound block can be created. Now, when I click on this green button, you can see that it is playing some sound. Are you able to hear this drum voice? Dear audience, are you able to hear this
No,
drum?
No, ma'am.
Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am. We can see the girl dancing and the drummer also, but we can't hear anything.
Okay, maybe, wait a minute. Now are you able? Now are you able to hear the voice?
Yes, we can.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so these type of sound effects you can create, and here I have used 3 different sprites. So let's see how we have created this script. First, I have selected this sprite from the sprite area. Let us, this girl is ballerina, right? Then I have selected Cassie dance sprite, and then from music, I have selected this drum. So 3 sprites will be added in your script. Now by selecting first sprite, I have written this script by using the forever block, for which I will tell you later on actually what does it mean. Forever block in Factor, it runs the entire blocks, whatever come beneath this block, number of times until you press the red flag button. So in forever block, I have used the motion commands, go to X, Y, then move 10 steps, then say. Now this is the sound block, looks block. Say hello for 2 seconds, but I have say hello, but I have set here as say happy birthday to you. Then I have used sound block here, and you can select the sound block here. Now, wait a minute, just a moment. That is a second. Play drum. Wait a minute. I think something is missing here. Play drum and what is this? Yes. This is a music block. Play drum, and I have set bass drum from the drop down menu for how many beats? 0.25 beats. Then again I have set the motion block here, and then again I have taken the block from this pen block music. Music is under the pen block category, and play drum, bass drum for 0.25 beats. Then I have taken the block for the drum, where I have just set the position of the drum sprite, that is go to X and Y, 108 minus 56 respectively. Then I have set the code for Cassie dancer, where I have again used the forever block. And next costume, whatever you are seeing here, it is a costume where she is changing the movement of her arms and legs. This is known as costume. Next costume, then move 10 steps, then wait, and then if on edge bounce. Now you can see here, as soon as she goes towards the edge, it immediately bounces toward the left to right direction. Left to right direction. So in this way, you can create your animated story here by adding by adding 2 or more than 2 sprites. So I think it is clear to everyone till this point.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Just a moment. Let me back to the presentation now. This is about the motion block and the sound block. Then next is colored circle. Yes, very right. How can you make the mathematical figures using pen block? As you have seen here that it is a pure colorful circle by using the pen blocks. Where I have used erase all commands, pen up command. Then I have also make use of variable block here, where I have created one variable len. You can make any variable of your choice, and I have set it to 0. And then I have set the coordinates of the sprite to x and y 0, 0. Then pen down. Now first, the rule of every programming language is what? You should know the problem, you should divide the problem, and then you should start typing the code. That means the solution should be in your mind. See what I have to do. And once it is clear to you, you can write the command, or you can use you can write the command for any other programming language, high-level languages, or you can take the codes directly blocks from the scratch. So that is what I have done here. I know that once I put down my pen on the paper, I can draw the picture. In the same way, first I have taken the block pen down command, and then I have set the color of the pen. And then pen size. Okay, what should be the color of the pen? Then what should be the size of the pen? Then I want to repeat this the number of these commands, making the circle commands 1000 times. So I have used the repeat command until it becomes 1000. Then move length steps. How many steps it has to move, and change the length by 0.01. That means this difference between each circle, it is of 0.01. Then turn 5 degrees and then change pen color by 1. Now let's see. You can see this video, a simple video by using the same script, how it is creating the colorful circle. And really, by making these mathematical figures, it really becomes fun for all the children. And by using this pen block, they can create any animated figure. So next is the sensing block. After this, I will show you some more projects. Next is the sensing block, which are in the light blue color. And these are associated with the sprites and the stage detecting condition. Stage detecting condition means what? Let us suppose the sprite is touching the mouse pointer, or sprite is touching a particular color, or what is the distance between the mouse pointer and the sprite. So these are something like sprite is sensing something. So that's why there are commands in the sensing block. For example, sensing blocks can be used to detect when one sprite touches another. And the command under this block are touching mouse pointer, color is touching. Distance to mouse pointer, ask what's your name and wait. Then wait for the answer. Key space pressed, mouse down, X, Y to the mouse X and Y, setting the mouse coordinates. Then set drag mode, then loudness, and then timer. Now this is the sensing project. The sprite is asking what is your name, and then it's wait, then say answer. Again, now here I have used some different blocks here. Looks block and the sensing block. Now say answer for 1 second, then think for 1 second, and then switch costume to. Now let me show you the project for the same. Just a moment. This is the sensing project. Now you can see this project where I have written this script, and again you can take the commands first from the control block, first event block. Every time I am taking this green flag. However, you can also take the different command from the event block. For example, I can also choose when space key pressed, or when this sprite click, then what will happen? We will see it. When this sprite click, then sensing block. You can take the question, what's your name? And wait. Then say answer. Just a moment. You can take this. Now this is a say. And yes, you have to create one variable from the variable block first. Sorry, from sensing block. No need to create the variable. In sensing block itself, there is a command answer, which you can drag and drop here. That means when you run this script, whatever the answer you will type, it will be shown here. Then ask in which class do you study? You are again asking the question. So you can take this command from the sensing block and drop it here. And you can type your own question. In which class do you read? You can type it here. And then say answer for 1 second. Again, you can take this command from here, and instead of typing it's hello here, you can take the answer command from here and put it here in place of hello. Then think good, nice guy for 1 second, and then switch costume to. The switch costume to command is also under this looks block. If you have seen, switch costume to. This is the command switch costume to. So in this way, you can type the entire, you can take the blocks of your own requirement. And now see here, when I click on the space button, it asks, what's your name? And you can type the answer here. As I am sharing the screen, so it is not allowing me to type it here. When you are typing, when you type the answer here, that answer will be shown in this area where it is written answer. Now the next question it will ask, in which class do you read? Again, you have to type here in this text area. And when you press enter key, the answer of that question will resemble here. And then the think good, nice guy, and then switch costume to costume 2. It will show like this. Just a moment. Now let me show you the presentation again. So this is a variable block now, where the Scratch window or the Scratch program provides you the facility to create your own variables through the variable block. And these are the various commands, comes under the category of variable block. These are in orange color, and it allows you to create or delete your own variables. And you can also set the different values for your own created variables. For example, when you click on make a variable button, it will show you the space where you can type the variable name. Then you can set the variable to a particular value. Then you can change the variable value to up to particular limit. For example, you want to execute the repeat command, and you have to set the variable. Generally in C++ languages, what you all do is, okay, count equals to 0, then count equals to count plus 1. That means you are incrementing or updating that variable because you have to execute the loop. In the same way, once you are creating the variable, you can change the variable value up to a specified amount of number. Then you can show the variable and you can hide the variable. And this is the operator block. Actually, operator variable block comes run side by side. Operator block are in green color, and it helps in for various mathematical computation, logical computation, and you can make comparisons between the values as well. For example, plus, minus, multiply, and divide. These are the various mathematical computation operators which you can do with the operator block. Then you can take any random number by using this block. Then these are the relational operators, greater than, less than, or equal to symbol. Means you want to compare the values. Then these are and or not. Everybody knows that these are the logical operators, And by using the if conditions and with the combinations of other conditions, you can make use of logical operators. Then join is the concatenation operator, where two string values can be concatenated. Then you can also extract the number of letters from the given string as letter 1 of apple. Then you can also find the length of the string. So as in case of other languages, there are several inbuilt functions, but in Scratch, they are providing the blocks under the various main categories. Now next, it is a video where I have made use of this operator block using the mathematical calculations. Now you are seeing here this video. The sprite is moving 10 steps. Then I have make use of, just a moment. Dear audience, are you able to see the screen? This one?
Yes, please.
So when the green flag is clicked, the sprite moves 10 steps forward and all graphics clear. Then forever control I have used here. And inside this forever block, I have used the conditional statements if and else. Now with if, you can see that I make use of operator block here, where I have set the values of direct values instead of creating the variables, that 10 plus 20. If this condition becomes true, then only the sprite will say hello. Otherwise, it will wait for 1 second and the backdrop changes to the random backdrop. Whatever the backdrop it is taking, it will be the random backdrop. And when I run this, you can see the effect. Continuously it is changing the backdrop because yes, we know 10 plus 20 is not equals to 40. Like this, you can write the script. Now, as in the previous slides, we have made use of the various if conditions, forever, repeat, etc. But one should know actually what is the functionality of these control structures. So conditional. First of all, the Scratch is providing you the conditional statements that checks whether a certain condition evaluates to true or false. These are the Boolean values, you know. And then it returns a Boolean value, true if the condition is true, otherwise it returns false. Now these are the blocks for the conditional statements. If condition is true, we have to set the conditions in this hexagon. Then the blocks or the commands which you will write for a particular script will run. But what if the condition is false? Then the else block will be executed. So the Scratch is providing us with the two blocks, pure if condition and then if or else condition. In the same way, there are three looping statements as well. The repeat looping construct, forever looping construct, and repeat until construct. Now repeat construct said that the blocks held inside this block will loop or will repeat a given amount of times before allowing the script to continue. And if a decimal value is put inside it, the number is rounded up. For example, I want to execute the number of commands written inside this repeat block 10 times. So I will set 10 here. And if you are setting here 10.5, it will set it as 11. As we all know what the functionality of the round function. So it will also round the floating value to the pure integer value. Then forever, until and unless you press the red flag button, the block or the commands will go on executing. And then repeat until. The blocks inside this block, the commands inside this block will loop until the specified Boolean statement is true, in which case the code beneath the block will execute. Now we will see through the various programs. Now repeat function, repeat block, where I have written the script for making the square. Now you can see this. I'm showing you the script for the same. This is the repeat block project. And see what it will done. Now see this. When I click on the green button, it draws the square. And this making up of square will repeat 10 times because I have set 10. But if you will set it 4 times, then only 4 times it will repeat this process, moving 100 steps forward, wait 1 second, and then turn 90 degrees. Because 4 steps are must for repeating these conditions. Otherwise, the square will not be made here. Now, what all commands I have taken is, again, I have taken the command when green flag clicked from the event block, then pen block that erases all graphics if they would be on the stage, then wait for 1 second, then pen down as we have done in the colorful circle, then set pen color 2. You can change any color of the pen, then pen size to 1. I can increase or decrease the width of the pen also, then repeat block. Now these commands beneath the repeat block will be repeated 10 times. Will be repeated 10 times. And what all these commands will do is, the sprite will move 100 steps forward, then it waits for 1 second, and can then turn 90 degrees. Because you can see here, it is created on the 90 degrees, then 90 degrees. When it turns clockwise towards this area, then again it is 90 degrees. That means on the difference of 90 degrees, the square is made up by the sprite. So you can, I am again clicking on this green flag, and you can see here the variation of the movement of the sprite here. Every time it is moving clockwise 90 degrees. That's why I have shown you the slide of that one, direction and the angles. Then, just a moment. Then I can show you the project using the forever control structure. This is the forever block. Just a moment. Now, this is the forever block. The script is here. And when I click on the green button, you can see how the sprite is moving. And as soon as the sprite is touching the edges, it turns 15 degrees only. And the rotation style is left to right, as you are seeing here. Now, forever. Difference between the repeat and forever block is what? With the repeat block, I have set number of times, that is 10. But with the forever block, I cannot set the number of times. Rather, to stop this script, I have to click on the red button. See this. Now again, when I click on the green button, all these commands beneath this forever block will be executed infinite number of times until and unless I press this red color button. I think it is very clear to everyone. Am I right? Dear participants, am I right? It is very clear to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
It is very clear.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Then I can also show you one more script for this. Just a moment. That is a up and down project. It is a very nice project. I'm going to share with you where I have changed the sprite and it is jumping up and down. Just a moment. Now see this. Here I have created the variable. Very right. I have created the variable. You can change you can see the shape of the sprite also. I have changed it from this choose a sprite folder, and you can take it from there. That is I have taken this sprite frog. In this way, you can change the shape of the sprite. Then I have created the variable. Now go to the variable and see here, make a variable. Click on this button and you can write here. Actually, I am sharing the screen with you, so it is not allowing me to write anything here. But in this way, you can type the name of the variable jump to answer. Again, answer you can take it from the sensing block. Now I have asked the question, how many times shall I jump? That means this sprite will ask the question from the user, how many times shall I jump and wait? So when I click on this button, it asks, and you can type the number of times. So whatever the number of times you will set here, it will set to the answer button. This answer block, let us suppose I am typing here 10. So 10 will be set for the answer and it will repeat the jump moment. And position will be changed, change y by 100, then say up for 2 seconds, then change y by minus 100. That means the up and down position you have to change. So up for 2 seconds, then you have to change the y coordinate, then say down for 2 seconds. And this is the, not allowing me actually, no? Just a moment. So in this way you can create the script and the sprite will change its position up and down or left to right by asking the question from the user itself. And while asking the question, you have to create the variables. As I have created one variable jump, and the answer, as soon as you will type here the answer or any value, it will show you the answer here. Just a moment. Save to your computer. Again, I'm trying. How many times? Now it is showing. Let us suppose 2 times. Now see the variation of the sprite or the movement of the sprite. Now it jumps for 2 times. Now again, when I click on this button and I am typing here 5, press enter key and see here. It will change its position up and down 5 times only because I have set the value of 5 to the answer one, which is the command answer, and I have set the value 5. And you can see here, as soon as you type 5, the jump value will also be set to 5. That's why the block is here, set jump to answer. That means set the jump value to the answer value. And then you repeat 5 times. Now instead of typing 5 here, I set the variable jump. It is not necessary that you have to type any integer value here. You can also set the variable as you do in the other languages. So this is your program. How many times? Okay, 1 time. And it jumps for 1 time only up and down. In the same way, there is one more project. Very good project here. Repeat until. So this is a little bit last script for the showing the repeat until block you. Now again, it asks what is the capital of India. Any kind of question you can set here and wait. Then set reply. Now how many variables I have set here? Reply. Maximum tries के लिए, for maximum tries I have written max tries. Then tries and response. I set the response to Delhi, because I am asking the question, what is the capital of India? Now repeat until you get the desired response. It will execute these 3 commands number of times. And number of times I have also set here that maximum tries would be only 3. So maximum tries the value will be 3 only. And I have changed the value of tries here by 1. As you do, count equals to 0 and count equals to count plus 1. So in the same way, I have updated the value of the variable tries so that it goes till maximum tries. And now you can see here. Just a moment. Now see here. Sorry, when this sprite click, okay, I have changed the event here. Instead of clicking the green button, when this sprite click, okay, I am clicking this sprite. sprite and see what is the capital of India. Let us suppose I am writing here Lucknow. Now it is showing you wrong reply and try again. That means now again this is my next try. What is the capital of India? Now this time I am typing Delhi in lowercase. You can see here. Now one try is over. Again it is showing wrong reply. Now when I type Delhi in capital case, something wrong here. Okay, change tries by 1 and I have set response to Delhi. Okay, then I am typing some other, let us suppose, SP, wrong reply and try again. Then again it is asking what is the capital of India because the value of tries matches to the maximum tries. So after maximum tries 3, again it is asking the same question, what is the capital of India? And when your reply would be equal to the response, that means when you type the correct capital of India, then only the control block will be over and it will show you right answer for 2 seconds. So it is the repeat until block, and the difference between repeat and repeat until is that in repeat you have to set the time, but repeat until will repeat all the commands until you get the desired response. So these are the various control structures. Then this is all about all the projects, and let us see. Now these are all about the blocks and how can you make the various projects using these blocks. The last one is, which I want to show you, that is a summary of, summary of the project. It is a simple environment as designed by Kindergarten Lifelong Learning Group at MIT, used for making animated stories by using the various blocks. And each block consists of several commands for running the script. Green and red buttons are meant for starting and stopping the program. And it provides various control structures like if else, repeat, repeat until, and forever. So that's all about the Scratch programming. But yes, practice makes a man perfect, as everybody knows. So as you do more, as you write more scripts, you will be more clear about these projects. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pinky ji. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
It was very well explained.
Yeah, thank you,
It was a very interactive session. I am very sure that everybody must have liked it, and the session has developed more knowledge among them. Yeah.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Surbhi. Thank you, Ankita, and thank you all the participants for sincerely listening to me. And yes, it increases my motivation also to present you with more Scratch programming projects in future.
So yes, it was very interesting, and thanks to all the participants for their support.